Pam Bondi, what do you got to say?
And as we sit here, I think you've seen the news this morning. The news is reporting cartel drones are being shot down by our military. That's what we all should care about right now.
By the way, again, this was during the Epstein file hearing. We shouldn't care about any. We should care about the Dow. We should care about the S&P. We should care about how the great this presidency is doing. We should talk about shooting down drones, cartel drones in El Paso. Don't worry about the victims behind me. Stop looking there. Look over here. Look there.
Essentially, yeah. But I just liked when she said, "Did you?" According to the news media. And it's like it's like she's a journalist or something. She is the attorney general. She is in the cabinet, and she's like relying on the news media,
right,
to tell
her
have
any what's happening in the. You have any contacts in the government, lady, that you could get the real scoop from?
So embarrassing. It's like you and I are reporting it. It's like according to the news media, right? And it's just like these guys. You work in the cabinet. You're a cabinet member.
I guess she's trying to give herself plausible deniability because she's under oath. So she just can't outright lie. She has to say, look, according to the news media, so you didn't hear it from me.
Protecting America.
So the airport's totally closed?
Apparently. We just got informed about 30 minutes to an hour ago.
So for 10 days, you guys are not open?
Well, I mean, we'll be here, but no air traffic.
Okay. Thanks for that heads up.
Yo, I just know that pilot's flying and he if he's on the left, right, or center, or he's like, oh, what the fuck did these idiots do again, bro? I just know this has something to do with FAA or what did they do? What was the fuck up?
Or you think that it's like a terrorist attack and it's something that's really concerning, right? And or some type of attack where the airport needs to be closed for 10 days or airspace closed for 10 days. And it turns out that it wasn't.
Well, let's see what it turned out to be.
That is a useful heads up. Some medevac flights suddenly had to be redirected. Other emergency flights were canceled altogether. Why? Well, we were told by Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy just before Bondi's opening statements that the airspace would be reopened, explaining, quote, the FAA and Department of Defense acted swiftly to address a cartel drone incursion. The threat has been neutralized. Then the Pentagon's chief technology office posted an image of a laser shooting down drones with a bald eagle and the caption, defend the homeland.
Oh my God.
We're a joke. God. We're fucking, this is a joke. This is a joke.
Mexican cartel drones shot down by U.S. lasers. Trump officials repeated versions of the story to multiple media outlets, including us and MS Now. Fox News headline, of course, was border on the brink as cartel drones forced U.S. to act after years of paralysis. But it turns out that story was not exactly true.
You don't say.
Really?
No.
Really?
Shock.
Color me fucking shocked.
And the true story is even more ridiculous. You see, multiple sources tell the New York Times that the unprecedented air closure came after immigration officials earlier this week used an anti-drone laser shared by the Pentagon without coordination with the FAA.
We're winning. This is what winning feels like.
It is. You know, it definitely is. The government is operating at a high level. All the different agencies are communicating. It's wonderful.
Just well-oiled machine, just zero inefficiencies. Almost on the verge of being able to create energy without any input.
I would want to know why they thought it was a cartel drone. You know what I mean? It's like, that sounds great that we were able to shoot down a cartel drone, but what led them to believe that it was a cartel drone?
Well, they shot something down.
Which is to say, the Department of Defense lent one of its experimental laser weapons out to Customs and Border Protection officials. And these laser-armed immigration agents fired it off in an area where there is commercial airline traffic. At what were they laser blasting, you ask? A Mexican cartel drone invasion? No. Again, according to the Times, CBP officials thought they were firing on a cartel drone, the people said, but it turned out to be a party balloon.
So the attorney general went before Congress and basically, to your point, used the news media to protect her from lying under oath, right? So she was able to say it was the news media that reported this.
But still sound like a badass.
Of course, DBP, who, I don't know, as a bunch of yokels, basically probably saw something and they thought it must be a cartel drone. We're right on the border. The cartel must be doing something. And without verifying that, the military gave the secretive weapon or an experimental weapon to CBP to utilize against this unverified flying object. Like,
Listen, that's the most charitable explanation. From my understanding, the CBP is the extreme wing of ICE, right? Those are where like all the real hardcore guys go at. They might have just been firing it off for shits and giggles. They have pure immunity. Like I'm telling you, like this is how inept, incompetent these people are, how malicious they are, how they don't think about consequences because they've been told by the highest levels of government, don't worry, there won't be any.
true. Yeah. And then, they shoot something down and they just pass along the information to Fox News. And Fox News, of course, runs with it because what do they care? And they have to put the Trump administration in the most heroic framing, right? That we're protecting the border from the cartels and all that stuff. And I'll guarantee you, I don't know this for sure, there was no retraction from Fox News ran. None, right? So they didn't come on subsequent to releasing that report and say, it was a mistake. It was actually a party balloon.
And it doesn't matter,
down.
even if they did a retraction. Retractions are a joke. When you
Yeah.
come out with big headlines, you blast it, you put the story out there for 10, 20, 30 minutes, and then it come to find out that, no, we lied. A retraction takes 5 seconds at the end of a program, right after they came back from a commercial break that lasted a minute and a half. All right, guys, it was great. By the way, we have a retraction from the other night. We said this, that wasn't true. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's a retraction.
100%. Just back to Bondi for a second. Like, why wouldn't she have said per CBP, right? Or per, whatever agency was on the ground with CBP? If there was one.
You probably knew it was bullshit from the beginning. That's
sort of what I was getting at. Exactly. And she knew that story was being floated to Fox. She figured she would win the headline for that moment, with just that story.
Because like I say all the time, people have the memory of a fucking goldfish.
It's the reality show government, right? Like they just look for, each headline, and then they don't care about whether it's truthful or not, or how to, basically make sure that it works. It's just headline. And they're very efficient at it.
Well, listen, we hope we gave you guys some clarity on the whole El Paso situation. I know it was a big story in the news. There was a lot of confusion. People were talking about fucking aliens and all this type of wildness. Nope. It was this CBP fucking around with a weapon they probably shouldn't have, shooting at shit they shouldn't have shot at, with zero coordination with other federal agencies. Again, this is what winning feels like. So we'll get back to you about that in a little bit, all right? We'll talk to you guys soon.